So wanted to get Josh on. We talk about in all of our classes about the 5 pillars. In our classes, we say we want you to come back and train some more, and we have a ton of repeat students. But we also want to give you all the skills and give you the knowledge so you can train yourself. In theory, the classes that we teach could be the very last class that you ever take. If you take everything that we tell you to do and put everything into practice, it could be the last class until you become a grandmaster like Josh. So those 5 pillars right off the top are dry fire, live fire, competition, shot timer, and video analysis. So we're going to go over each one, just kind of a quick glossary over each one of those pillars, but that is how you get better. So first one, dry fire. So give me a little bit an intro to what you think dry fire is, Josh, and how students can use that to get better.
Sure, right. Well, so dry fire, the way I see it is there's 2 kinds of dry fire. And this is typically what I tell our students. The first type of dry fire is kind of what traditionally people think of as dry fire, is take an unloaded gun, put the ammo somewhere else, and, cock the gun, reset the trigger if it's a striker gun, and just find something to aim at in a safe direction and pull the trigger without moving the sights. And keep doing that over and over again and really, really learn your gun's trigger, right? So you're working on fundamentals of trigger press. So the first kind of dry fire. The second kind of dry fire, which once you've got really good trigger press fundamentals down, this is a type of dry fire that competitive shooters do a lot of, right? Tactical shooters too, right? It's gun handling dry fire. So you use a shot timer, you give yourself par times, and you try to complete all the different gun handling skills that you're trying to do, whether it's draw from a holster or conduct a reload or shoot multiple targets in a drill. And you do that with a timer, and in that way you start refining your technique and you start getting more efficient and faster through that process, in short.
So what can't be done? Maybe just what can't you do in dry fire? Basically everything but the ignition of the round.
Right. The only thing you don't get from dry fire is the recoil impulse. So people that dry fire a lot with no live fire, a lot of times is they won't be gripping hard enough necessarily. So you need to go do live fire semi-regularly to remember that you need to grip the gun. And even if you don't, and you've just been dry firing a lot, when you go live fire for that first time, maybe like that first mag, you're a little sloppy and you remember, oh yeah, I have to grip the gun properly.
Yeah, it doesn't take too many rounds or too many explosions to think that, yeah, you're doing something way wrong. Complete episode available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app. New Green Ops podcast episodes available every Thursday. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the new content.